I thought I had it all. A loving wife, Sarah, a beautiful home, and a job I was proud of. We'd been married for 5 years, and I believed we were happy. But that all came crashing down one Tuesday afternoon. I came home from work early, feeling a bit under the weather, hoping for a quiet afternoon with my wife. As I pulled into the driveway, I saw my neighbor, Mrs. Henderson, watering her roses. She gave me a strange, pitying look, one I couldn't quite decipher at the time. I walked into the house, and it was dead silent. "Sarah?" I called out. No answer. Strange, her car was in the garage. I walked through the living room and into the kitchen. Nothing. Then I heard a faint noise from upstairs, from our bedroom. A muffled laugh. My heart started to pound in my chest. I slowly climbed the stairs, a knot of dread tightening in my stomach with every step. The bedroom door was slightly ajar. I pushed it open, and my world shattered. There was Sarah, with another man. Not just any man, but my supposed best friend, Mark. They didn't see me at first. I just stood there, frozen, unable to process what I was seeing. The shock was like a physical blow, knocking the air from my lungs. When Sarah finally looked up and saw me, her face went white. The man, Mark, just stared, looking like a deer caught in headlights. I couldn't speak. I just turned around, walked back down the stairs, and out the front door. I got in my car and just drove. I had no destination, no plan. The images from the bedroom played over and over in my mind, each one a fresh stab of betrayal. How could she? And with Mark of all people? The man who was the best man at our wedding? The man I'd trusted with my life? The hours blurred together. When I finally pulled over, it was dark. My phone had been buzzing non-stop. Dozens of missed calls and texts from Sarah. I ignored them all. The next day I went back to the house to pack a bag. Sarah was there, crying, begging for forgiveness. She said it was a mistake, that it meant nothing. But how could a betrayal that deep mean nothing? That's when I remembered Mrs. Henderson's look. I walked over to her house and knocked on the door. She invited me in, her eyes full of sympathy. She told me she hadn't wanted to be the one to break my heart, but she'd seen Mark's car at my house almost every afternoon for the past 3 months. Always after I'd left for work. 3 months. This wasn't a one-time mistake. It was a calculated long-term affair. Hearing that from my neighbor was the final nail in the coffin. The pain was immense, but it was mixed with a strange sense of clarity. I knew what I had to do. It wasn't easy, and the weeks that followed were some of the hardest of my life. But I filed for divorce. I realized that sometimes the hardest goodbyes lead to the most important new hellos. A hello to a new life. A life built on honesty and self-respect. It's a long road to healing, but for the first time in months, I feel like I'm finally moving in the right direction. Thank you for listening to my story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.